Hey you guys, so the other day I ran into my friend SmartASS in BG, and of course, I wanted to fight her. We're friends, and immediately, because there's probably some terrible part of my personality that loves competing with my friends, of course wanted to fight her. And honestly, I thought I was gonna have some sort of easy breezy time with her. She's fallen behind in BR a bit, not caching as much. She went a period where she wasn't caching at all, and now I think it's very, very light. It's a small miracle every time that she gets into Warlord's Hall still in Class Wars. And so, I thought I was going to have an easy time, and then she beat me. And turns out she has like 1400 plus, so almost 1500 dark resistance. 1479, I believe, is the number. And that's a lot. In comparison, I have a little under 1000, so 900, I think it was 980 something. Dark resistance, and so that puts me at a huge disadvantage when we're both using dark pets. And she also had a T on, so a magic attack T. So her magical attack is now competitive with mine, and so just with that, she was able to beat me. And that's still when I have a 200,000 BR advantage on her. So just a absolutely indicates how important dark resistance is. So I didn't record that. She beat me once, I beat her once, and then we weren't able to finish a fight when I was recording. Well, when I finally got the recording on. So we rematched today. Same circumstances. I think it's a very fair. I guess you could call it a handicap by giving her. She has a T on again, and then still the same amount of resistance. And we're having a very close fight, as you can see. I'm not dealing a whole lot. It does feel like she noted that I was dealing more today. I think it actually is because her Guardian Rune timing wasn't as good today as, or this day, as it was the time before. But even so, having a fun time being able to fight her on more equal terms, because I think in recent history I've had such a BR advantage on her that it wasn't quite as competitive. So here I'm out of Sylph mode first and in a bit of trouble, so I got my heal on. And then I have a heal rune, so I'm in good shape. She gets a huge crit heal, 850k, it's probably much more than she needs. So crit heals, of course, are a huge factor, and if you get one, I mean, these days I can do that too. If I crit heal, I can pretty much go from almost nothing to full health. Definitely at the beginning, I was trying to help my kid out and try and keep him alive longer, so I do have that advantage on her. My kid is quite a bit stronger, and I think it's more useful for me to have an Oracle in this situation. In a Class War situation, I'm not sure that an Oracle is really that much better, but definitely in places like BG, I think the Oracle is nice. The Oracle might be to my disadvantage with the tiebreakers in Class Wars. She gets an illusion. It's a 2 damage crit on her. So there we go, dealing quite a bit of damage. I'm in a bit of trouble. This time she gets her Guardian Rune out in time for my Delphic. So I didn't think I was going to die here if I was able to be at full health for her Delphic, so I went ahead and did a heal rune instead of a Guardian. Almost there. Oh, jeez. Okay, so I got her on the bleed that time, so she was almost dead, and then she wasn't able to heal because the bleed hits before the heal. So very, very close. If she had gotten that heal in, I would have been in a bit of trouble because I was going to get out of Sylph mode a solid turn or two behind her. So here are her stats, nothing crazy, especially compared to me. 243, almost 244k magical attack, which is around where mine is. HP is lower, crit is higher, MDef is much lower. Both defenses are lower. So pretty much everything but crit and crit is lower, but she has that huge dark resistance, which just completely changes the game. So yeah, definitely that's Class Wars winning type of dark resistance stat, but I don't think she'll be able to keep that up until for another couple weeks until Class Wars gets here. My guess is that she wants it for Titan War to help out her team. She probably has a very, very strong team for Titan War. So there goes her Hunter. I'm probably going to try and keep my Oracle going until Sylph mode. My Oracle doesn't have any dark resistance or any resistance of any sort. If I could put resistances on him, then I would put some dark. But at the moment, I haven't leveled them at all, so they're still at 0, even though I've finally opened up my War Emblem for him. But that said, he still does a nice job. Well, Centauria, I think he might have Restore. Sometimes I don't always put the Restore on. If not, I think Rain of Fire and maybe Thunder. One of those two is probably on there, and then both Delphics. I leave on the offensive Delphic, the big AoE Delphic that gives a damage increase on, even for PvP, just sometimes it's easier with, to make some of the weaker opponents go faster. Here I just lead off with Devour Soul, which, not Devour Soul, sorry, Devil's Gaze. And that's not super typical of me, but I thought she might want to Devour Soul me, and so that would reduce the amount that she's going to get back as a heal. Still dealing a lot of damage, because she does have that attack pot on, so it's not like I'm in super good shape as far as an offensive advantage, if anything. My resistance being lower is just a big gap. Let's see how my Delphic does. An illusion and then a no crit, so that was not so great. It's not even a big deal that she missed her Guardian rune there. So back into class mode. These are pretty long fights. I was looking at the video length and I was like, wow, this is going a while. But it does, you know, we're already 2.5 minutes in, pretty much. And she has a Guardian rune and a Chaos rune, and I'm surprised that I didn't see more of that Chaos rune earlier on. Even there, I think it took me by surprise that she used it just because I wasn't even thinking about it. Actually, no, I think for this fight she had maybe a heal rune and a Chaos? I'm losing track of the runes. But yeah, I think for at least for the last fight, she does end up having a Guardian rune. I think Essa is, you know, she's a good friend of mine. I always like her play quite a bit. I've always found in Class Wars for her, you know, she has the oddest setups on Earth, but she actually, for her BR, does pretty well with them. So I always think that she makes odd choices, but then she manages to play just fine anyway. And oh, so there's the Guardian rune. So it is a Guardian and a Chaos. And here I thought I was at a big advantage. She's, you know, about to get out of Sylph mode, and I thought I could finish her off. But that little Restore is hiding there, and then she gets another 850k crit heal, and so I'm in trouble. I tried to finish her off in Sylph mode, but at this point, I'm probably just staying in there too long. I should get out. You know, making sure that your Sylph modes coincide a bit with your opponents is important. So there's really two ways to approach it. Is you can try and last out your opponent's Sylph mode, and then or either go first or go second and hope that you finish them off really quickly. And so you deal a lot of damage against your opponent when they're not in Sylph mode. Either that, or you try and stay on pace with them and beat them in Sylph mode. I would say, you know, getting into Sylph mode at the same time is a safer bet, but yeah, staying in Sylph mode there was a risk that did not pay off for me here. So I got a Guardian rune, a Centauria, which is not going to help me too much if I can't get enough turns out. So I try to get into Sylph mode, but not really helping me out too much. She gets a nice win there. I still think the rune choice was a little bit odd. I don't see how that Chaos helping, you know, preventing the heals and stuff is too big of a deal. So here I start out with a bit of an HP advantage, so I just let her heal and auto attacked once. So my kid is dying faster this time. Maybe just the crits are falling or something. I might be overdue for a crit increase, but I really just don't like increasing my crit stat because I always have to give something up for it. But at the moment I haven't really done much about it. Get my Centauria out. As of right now, my Centauria is better than my U-Demons because Panda's is only at level 3, and so that's a 5% Centauria, whereas mine's a 6. I'm not sure about the number of turns. I didn't quite pay attention to that. Mine might be better because of the QTE. Alright, so I go first. See if I can deal a bunch of damage. I think this fight she was like busy watching something on TV. I don't know, she Skyped me later and was like, I'm watching such and such, the game is on, and or the fight is on. So probably some sort of, I don't know, I don't watch MMA or boxing, so I don't know much about that, but there was something going on because I felt like the quality of play was going down with this fight. Oh, crits everywhere. This time I go for the Guardian. I'm not sure, you know, which one is better, heal rune at half health and just go to full and let that Delphic hit me, or to go with the Guardian rune and reduce the amount of damage I take by a lot. I'm not sure which is the better choice, but at least that time I went with Guardian. So that's that fight, and then I have a couple, I guess, bonus fights. Got one against Trinity, and to preface, I did fight Trinity in this BG twice, but I only got the second fight, and it is not because I don't like showing myself losing. I'm perfectly happy to lose for the sake of YouTube. But if you want to imagine our first fight, she had Ares, the fire sylph on, and I got my butt whooped because I had no fire resistance, and I think I would have lost regardless. If she had the fire sylph still on here, I probably would have lost, but I said, oh, I have no fire res, let me go get some res, but she ended up switching to the dark pet anyway. So that was nice. It evens out our fight a little bit. Trinity does have a ton of BR, and at least definitely on in the attack stats, and of course on the physical defense, a big advantage on me. And I forgot about her HP stat. We'll see it at the end. But yeah. So with the dark pet, I still think it's a bit more even than going with fire, even though I have the crystals now. Trying to take out that kid, but I think at some point I should probably just forget it because I'm gonna need my Sylph for that. Unless I get a good crit with Thunder, that's, yeah, pretty tough to do. Especially with the oracles, they're not easy for me to take out if they're the strong ones. I think the lag is catching up with me here because it looks like I'm just dawdling around a little bit. Doing a lot of damage there. I guess I'm trying to wait out his Sylph mode, which is an odd choice for me. So did just from yesterday, so I think I've forgotten my fight already a little bit. So heal, but not a crit one. But enough to fill up the HP. Probably should have done what SA did, which is go with a Death's Harvest at the beginning, but I think I go with Devour Soul. Yeah, I wanted the heal. So he's getting like 73k HP with every Centauria. That is not good for me. Really weird timing for a Guardian Rune. That was a terrible choice. This is not my finest fight, to say the least. But I see him getting out, and I don't feel like I'm going to be able to take him out with the rest of my Sylph mode, so I also get out. I get an auto attack, which kind of makes it look like I'm lagging a bit. But at least Thunder takes out that shield. The heal runes are so nice, they're like Spire heals. They pretty much are Spire heals, except with a shorter cooldown. So 50% of my HP back. Almost there, but actually Trinity I think is a girl, so I'm saying he, but I'm immediately assuming is a guy. I don't know why. It's funny. I've been talking to Shady lately, and he's like, "I'm a guy, you know." I've been calling him a girl this whole time, every Class Wars. So 785k crit heal. So that's the kind of the heal you always want for yourself, and you'd never want your opponent to get. And into Sylph mode. Yeah, I really don't know why I stayed out of Sylph mode as long as I did in pretty much all of this fight. It's very strange. It's not super. It's almost like an out-of-body experience watching this fight. But I do manage to win, I think, here. You know, I don't see a way out of this for Trinity. I don't know why I said no heal rune there either, because she just healed rune like, I don't know, 5 moves before. Anyway, I'm a mess in that fight. I have no idea what's going on. Maybe the summer heat is getting to me. And then I saw Elk there, and he fought me. Sometimes Elk doesn't want to fight in BG and just wants to go get honor, so I don't usually bother him. But if he's coming after me, of course I'll do the fight. Elk usually has a pretty high BR, but I think that's mostly he just pushes Red Astral, so BR Astrals quite a bit. So I don't think his BR is that reflective of how competitive he is. I would still say that I have a base stat advantage on him. But he does get bonus points for naming his kid after a beer. Because at least for a while, all of my Sylphs were named after beers. Somehow Panda lives through that Delphic, which I'm sort of amazed. No idea how that happened. I'm trying to think if I saw a Death Harvest at all from Elk. Probably not. Maybe he doesn't have it. I think at this point, if you have a Dark Pet, that Death Harvest really is a good choice. It's not as powerful as Awe or Devil's Gaze, but it's just having that second AoE is really big, because that one, the Delphic alone just usually doesn't cut it for the Sylph troops, or now for the kids or anything like that. There's potentially, you just want to have that extra oomph. So here's Trinity. So big time PDEF, wow, that's terrifying, 193k, and physical attack is 261k, so that's really huge, and his HP is similar to mine, maybe a tad more. Big block, and a lot of crit, I mean, surprising amount of crit. I don't know why she needs 39k, but she does. And here's Elk, so yeah, a touch under my own BR, so, well, okay, not just a little, it's like 60k. I think the big thing for Elk is probably that physical attack stat is not enough to be super competitive with me. Otherwise, the stats are relatively comparable, actually. And then my own stats, I don't know why I go through rankings, because ranking is not always accurate. It doesn't always count the astrals if I'm offline. So yeah, this is the tune at the moment, and I'm getting very close to 2 million BR. But anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. Take care, and have a very good day.